It felt as though everything she was seeing told her that this apocalypse was inevitable, but everything she was hearing told her it could be stopped. As she wandered the abyssal plain, she could smell the rot and fester of countless corpses, piled one on another like a mountain built of flesh. As she meandered into one of the pits, she felt a fear she thought should never be felt by anyone, that an avalanche of bodies might be triggered at any moment, burying her in flesh. She looked on the mountain for longer than she cared to, hoping to have some revelation on how she might prevent this mass dying. She looked upon it until the dread set in so deep that it could never be removed. When she felt that dread, that ungodly level of dread, she stood up and walked away, hoping to find a clue as to how she might proceed. As she stood up, one of the bodies on the mountain turned its head. It was a man, one she'd met before, but she couldn't recall his name, not in the dream state. She looked into his eyes, hoping that his face would be seared into her memory long enough to recall his name when she awoke. His eyes were green and blue and gray all at once. She thought she'd not soon forget those eyes, for they were piercing and hard to remove, like a harpoon. She'd remember when she awoke. She was certain of it. She sensed that the dream construct she was in was soon to collapse, so she readied herself for wakefulness. But then, as if to leave her with one last mystery, the dream showed Brooke on a distant hilltop, a lion-headed man roar at the full moon. Brooke's astral body was then ripped up out of the construct and shot full force back into her material body. She shuffled around in the cold air that blew down the side of Mount Shasta, reaching frantically for her dream journal. She wrote in it, "There are no prophecies, only plans, and if I had the chance to ask heaven and the devil, they'd agree on that." The song of Atlas with the tricolored eyes. She shivered and fell back asleep.